What is going on, everyone? JustSaiyanZ here, and welcome to another video today, guys. So we need to talk about this. So it's a very interesting article that's going around, and I knew about this article for a while, but I just keep trying to avoid this because it's a reason why myself, DM Gaming, and some other content creator haven't really been making a video about this specific article because it's very interesting to say the least. So I will put a link to it in the description below so you guys go check it out. It's from Game Rant, by the way. So this article is very interesting. So before you guys go check it out, please watch this video. Let me just hear my opinion and my thoughts about this. So I'm going to put it on the screen so you guys can see what is going on. So this article is pretty much talking about the the season pass and the DLC that we are getting. And as you guys can see, the way they're kind of explaining this DLC, especially the Battle of Gods DLC, they're pretty much going with Gods of the Universe DLC. I don't know why they're going with that name. When the articles go with their own weird name, this article is kind of like shady. But let's go ahead and read it, because the main reason why I'm making a video on this, because it says something very interesting in this that actually caught my attention, because I knew about this but I just didn't want to make a video. But anyway, let's just go ahead and talk about this. So first off, they're pretty much mentioning stuff that we are getting in the season pass and stuff with the DLC. So they already mentioned the Battle of God in this article. They're calling it Gods of the Universe, and similar to the video I made a couple of days ago and yesterday also, I mentioned that in the DLC, the Battle of God DLC, the way they kind of doing it, the developer doing it, kind of interesting with the fact that they're skipping over a lot of the content from Z and going straight over to Battle of Gods and then Super eventually. It's kind of weird because Battle of God DLC is coming out before the Broly DLC, original Broly, not Super Broly, but original Broly and PyCon. It's pretty interesting. I don't know why they're doing that or how they're gonna do it, but it's interesting. But anyway, the article pretty much went on to explain that with this Gods of the Universe DLC that we are getting, which is Battle of Gods, if you guys don't know, and Resurrection F, they're pretty much saying that now that we're getting this Battle of God DLC, that means the developer might not add stuff from Z. Like, what I mean stuff from Z is like like Broly or even Tree of Might, Turles, all those guys from Z, or Bojack, all those guys from Z. I don't know, it's very interesting. And I don't know, like, this article is kind of weird the way they kind of explain this DLC, because they're saying that with this Gods of the Universe saga, that's what they're calling it, saga DLC, is pretty much meant to be adapting all the stuff from Battle of Gods, and eventually the second half of that DLC will be Resurrection F, because as many of us already aware, this season pass DLC that we are getting, there's pretty much 3 content that we are getting. One being like an original story. I will touch on that part in this video, the original story. I think I got an idea what's going on with that. But anyway, 1 original story and 2 episode story arc that we are getting. Those 2 episode story are, one of them being Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. Now the article is saying, like, now that we're getting this Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, Gods of the Universe DLC, is pretty much stating that yes, all the content from Z, the developer don't really want to adapt them in the game. They're just going straight to the end of Z, which is Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, and then progression through with Super and that. And I don't kind of agree with that part in the article, to be honest. I see what they're doing, I see the point. It doesn't make sense, but it's kind of interesting. It's just the fact the developer, there's no way CC2 will want to like skip over stuff that happened in Z. I get it, because a lot of those movies from Z, they're not really canon. I get that. And this game is pretty much meant to add a lot of canon stuff that was involved with Toriyama and all that. I get that part. But the fact is, Broly character file was legit found in this game. Was honestly found in the game, and PyCon. So I see what they're doing. I see what the developer is doing in this article, is the fact that I think the developer will only add popular characters that make sense to the fans and all that to be in this game, because that means we might not even get character like Bojack or even Turles or some of those guys. I mean, even cooler, to be honest. That would be really weird, to be honest, like, with them doing that. But anyway, moving to the other part of this article, they mention the original story that we are getting from the season pass also might involve Boyoung. Now, I made a video a couple weeks ago, a few days ago actually, mentioning stuff from the original DLC story, whatever we'll get in the season pass might involve Riley. But now this article mentioned that it might not be Riley, it actually might be, Boyoung, and that kind of makes sense to me. That's the only part in this article I kind of agree with. I want you guys to think about this. Why would CC2 and Toriyama create an original character just for her to be like a punching bag, in the training ground? It doesn't make any sense at all. Similar to Angel 21 with Dragon Father, she was an original character in that game, and she played a big part in the story mode. She was the main villain, obviously, in that game. Even though that game story was kind of like really, really bad. But anyway, Angel 21 is also in this game too, by the way. But anyway, with this original DLC story that is part of the season pass, it might just involve Boyoung. The reason why I'm saying this is the fact that Boyoung should not just be a punching bag, because there's no way Toriyama want to create a character like that just for something like that. She needs to play a very big role in this game, not just for training, but something involving her having like her own story. I think it will make more sense, because there is a few lore behind her character. Toriyama already created like a backstory for her. She was an ex-Ginyu Force member, but she left the group because she didn't like the fighting parts, all that sort of crazy stuff. But yeah, it makes sense for Boyoung to be, like an original character that should have her own story. It will make sense for that to happen, to be honest, not just, like I said, like a punching bag sort of thing. But I don't know, it's very interesting, to be honest. But anyway, going back to this whole season pass DLC thing, I wanted to mention too that this article also wanted to say is pretty much stating that, with CC2, like adding this sort of thing, that means, characters like, let's say for example, if the season pass add, Battle of Gods, which is gonna happen, and just Battle of Gods, people that wrote this article are stating that the Battle of Gods DLC shouldn't just be one half. It should have like a second half. Is the reason why there's two. I'm kind of like beating a dead horse, but I'm trying to get to a point, guys. So it's gonna have a second half. Like I made a video about it already, and that second half would make sense for it to be Resurrection F. I'm just pretty much going with this article. I'm reading some few stuff while I explain it to you guys, so you guys can get what I'm saying. Like I said, after you watch this video, please go check out this article, because it's very interesting. A lot of the stuff you see there is kind of ridiculous, because a lot of the stuff in the article, guys, is stuff that a lot of content creators, like myself, DM Gaming, all the guys in the community, we already spoken about this. Then a lot of people have been talking about this in the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Reddit, and a lot of the Amino app I'm part of too. So it's kind of weird. This article almost seemed like it was like made by a fan, even though Game Ran is like an almost apparently it's like a legit website, but some of the stuff there is very questionable. But anyway, until myself, DM Gaming, or even credible Dragon Ball Z Kakarot source or Dragon Ball source guys like Dragon Ball Hype or even Kenzaro confirm stuff like this being real, take it with a grain of salt, guys, because this thing right here, this article, I see where they're going at, but there's no legit credibility behind any of this stuff that is saying, because everything they're saying here is already being said. The only interesting thing that was part of this article is the fact that Boyoung might be she might be part of that original DLC story that should be in this game, and it will make sense too, to be honest, because we don't know what's in that original DLC story arc for this game. No one knows what it is. I mean, the only thing we do know is the 2-episode DLC that we're getting, which is Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. That's the only two we know. But we don't know anything about this original story. Now, there's going to be a lot of theories, a lot of rumors going around the community about this specific thing. This article is pretty much like a rumor of itself. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of rumors about this part, about this original DLC thing. And that's good, because a lot of people can share their opinion on what... let me ask you guys this question. What do you guys think is in this original story arc DLC that we're getting from the season pass? What do you guys think is going to be in it? Do you guys think it's going to be something that got to do with Boyoung, Boyoung's story, or Riley, or something totally different? Or maybe this thing might even involve Broly. I don't even know, to be honest. But who knows what this thing evolving, to be honest. I really don't know, but share your thought in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this, and what do you guys think about everything I just said? Because this is very weird and kind of interesting of itself, to be honest. So like I said, if you guys finish watching this video, go read this article, because it is very questionable and very interesting, to be honest. But I like it in a weird way, because it kind of says a lot of interesting thing that will catch your attention. But don't take it seriously, guys, because you know it's not really that credible or interesting. But anyway, I'm just gonna stop there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Justin. Have an amazing day. I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.